Hi, today I'm going to share the 3 things you need to know before doing IVF. Hi, it's Eva here with Natural Fertility Prescription. I help people optimize their fertility naturally and prepare for a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. All right, before we dive into the 3 things you need to know before doing IVF, let's first look at when is it appropriate to do IVF right from the word go, and when it may be better to try natural methods first. So if your partner is missing vas deferens, or either you or your partner have some anatomical issues with the reproductive system, such as blocked fallopian tubes or some other abnormalities. So basically, if there are any abnormalities which make it impossible for the egg cell and the sperm cell to meet, then you will definitely need to use IVF. You can still use natural methods to improve the quality of the egg cells and the sperm cells, as you will learn in this video, but you will most likely still need to use IVF just because it's physically not possible for the egg cell and the sperm cell to meet. So in this day and age, as soon as a couple can't get pregnant, they're told to do IVF without really exploring what the potential causes may be. And IVF is a fantastic tool, and it's amazing that we have this option today. And there are so many babies around thanks to IVF and all the other amazing ART methods. However, IVF may not be necessary for everyone, okay? So you may be able to reverse your infertility naturally and get pregnant naturally, as you will also see from the success story I will share with you a little bit later. All right, so what are the 3 things you need to know about before doing IVF? Well, the first one is actually 15 factors which can impact fertility, which your doctor may have overlooked. And, a lot of these factors, they may not tell you about when you go to an IVF clinic. So we are not going to do a deep dive in each one of these factors. I'm just going to mention them, and then in our Facebook group we are sharing much more information about each one of these factors. So the first thing there is the 120-day maturation cycle of an egg. Okay, it takes 120 days for the egg cell to mature before you ovulate it. The environmental factors, what you get exposed to has a big impact. Genetic factors, lifestyle factors. So what you do on a daily basis also has a very big impact. Your sleep quality is very important. Nutrient deficiencies, immune dysfunction, issues with ovulation, cervical mucus or timing, digestive function, weight issues, radiation exposure, so that can be from Wi-Fi, that can be from X-rays, infections and inflammation, stress, emotional factors, male reproductive issues or sperm quality issues, and female reproductive and hormonal issues. So these are 15 factors that really need to be evaluated for everyone before identifying where the potential cause of your infertility may be, because you could just be doing something, or you could be eating something, or you could be coming into contact with something in your environment that is really predisposing you to not being able to get pregnant or to stay pregnant. So, if you identify and remove that first, then you may not need IVF. So that's the first thing. So there are all these 15 factors that you need to evaluate before seeing whether or not you need IVF. The second thing you need to know is that you can actually regenerate your eggs, but this is not done with drugs. That's why it's not something that IVF clinics will mention to you. So it is very much possible to improve the quality of the eggs you were born with, because the eggs you were born with are not the eggs that you ovulate. They are in their primordial form, and they have to mature over a period of 120 days, which is approximately 4 months, to get into the state in which you ovulate them in. So over this period of 120 days, you can influence their quality by choosing what you eat and what you drink, which chemicals you get exposed to, which supplements you take, but also by addressing any underlying issues, which could be, poor thyroid function, poor digestive function, or maybe there is some other organ or system which is really important for your body's survival that is just not thriving at a moment and needs to be addressed first before your fertility can be restored. So it is very much possible to improve the quality of the eggs, but you can't do it on the spot, and you can't do it to an egg cell which you already ovulated. Once that cell's released, once it leaves your body, you can't really do much to improve the quality of that cell. But 4 months prior to your next ovulation, there is a lot that you can do. And the third thing you need to know is that it's actually also possible to improve the quality of the sperm. Now, men produce new sperm every 72 to 76 days. And it is during this time window that they can also influence the quality of the batch of the sperm which is currently maturing. So that's fantastic news. And again, when you're going to an IVF clinic, they will tell you there's not much you can do to improve the quality of the sperm. And that's because once the man has ejaculated the sperm, there is nothing much more you can do to improve their quality, because that sperm is ready, it's finished, it's made. There's nothing more you can change. Sure, IVF clinics can wash it, they can put it in a petri dish with some nutrients to make it a little bit stronger. They can also use ICSI procedure if the sperm are not of very good quality. But in terms of the quality of the whole batch and the sperm analysis, there is nothing much you can do at that point. But again, by taking all of those 15 factors we looked at previously into the account before 72 and 76 days are up, you can actually improve how the sperm develop and grow. And you can have a very different sperm analysis at the end of that 3-month period. All right, so I would like to invite you to watch a success story by my client, Wendy. Wendy came to an IVF clinic in hope that she could have an IVF procedure so that they could get pregnant. And unfortunately, they told her she was already menopausal, she was not a good candidate for IVF, that her egg quality was not very good, and that she would need to use donor eggs if she wanted to do IVF. And this was just not something Wendy was prepared for. So Wendy did our program, we worked closely together, and she actually got pregnant naturally and delivered a beautiful, healthy baby boy at the age of 45 in her own home. And you can watch her wonderful story in the video, which we will put below in the comment section. All right, so today we looked at the 3 things you need to know before doing IVF. So the first thing was actually 15 factors that can impact your fertility, and you need to assess those 15 factors before deciding whether or not you really need to do IVF, or whether by addressing one or multiple of those factors, or one or more of those factors, you'll be able to address your infertility naturally. Second thing we looked at was that you can improve the quality of your eggs. It's very much possible to do that during that 4-month maturation process that each egg cell undergoes before ovulation. And the third thing we looked at is that sperm can also be improved, because men make new batches of sperm every 72 to 76 days. So it's during this 72-76 day period that they can improve the quality of their sperm. All right, so I hope you found this video informative and helpful. and I take a much deeper dive into this topic in my 11-point IVF support checklist report, and you can access the report by clicking on the link above or below this video. Stay tuned for more video tips to come, and I'll see you in the next video.